I'm at Ivan Evans Walk here in Cairns, Australia. And this time I'm going to make it up the hill as fast as I can. I brought shoes this time. And some water. This time I'm going to run in just a second. Yesterday, as I was looking back at the day that I walked up yesterday, I was thinking about the intensity that is being built up by doing something physically exerting yourself, such as what I'm doing now, such as doing this. And I've also observed that people that do a lot of physical activity intensely, they work out intensely, they naturally have this energy built up in them, the throat chakra, the blue energy, because whenever you exert yourself, naturally all energy channels and pathways have to subtly open up. Otherwise, you can't intensely do something. So, men like Jocko Willink, the Navy SEAL that was on the Joe Rogan podcast and currently is doing his own podcast, and also David Goggins to some extent, and some of these UFC fighters and men that exert themselves physically in such a way, they do get to build this energy up of the throat chakra, the Vishuddhi. And it is insanity. This is what it truly is. It's insanity. You have to be insane to exert yourself so hard, such as those men, what they do. And this is what the throat chakra is. It's utter mental insanity, or at least that's how you're going to be perceived by the normal people. Throat chakra literally means a filter. Like you have a cotton filter that you put clarified butter in, or some disgusting animal product, and you squeeze it to get the milk out, the juice out. So the filter contains all of the impurities that you don't want and allows the things that you do want. Or vice versa. That's exactly what this is. The throat is doing. If you have this open, you can filter out any negativity in your life. In the ultimate sense, I don't generally recommend you do this, and it'd be kind of impossible to do that unless you have extreme capability and mastery over your own self. In the extreme sense, you can even drink poison or have venom be, implanted into you, and you would be able to filter out that through your throat. It doesn't matter where it bites you. For example, a snake were to bite you in your leg, a very venomous snake. You can, in theoretically, activate your throat chakra and channel all that poison into your throat. That venom will be stopped in your throat It'll just be contained there, and all the things that can harm your body will go down. And then what's fun is you can save that venom. It'll literally be blue in your throat. Your throat will turn blue. Not literally, I mean, but energetically, literally, if you can see that. Then you can use that energy, that blue energy, however way you want. And what's fascinating about this blue throat chakra is that it gives you power over the physical world, over the physical manifestation. And you can do miraculous things with it. You can channel living beings. You can touch things outside of yourself that are far away. You can literally break down the boundary of your physicality and talk to people that are miles away or hundreds of miles away, or you can gain access to planetary systems as if it was here and now. It doesn't necessarily matter how many millions of miles they're away from you. Now, I took off. All right. I used to wear mercury and various other things on my neck, on my throat, maybe you'll remember. And that would subtly contain this energy. And it would make me look normal. And then suddenly I realized I don't want to do that anymore. And I took this off. And this power that I have inside of me has a free doorway to enter out into the world. And that's why I look like this and talk like this and behave like this, because it's incontained. I'm wildly free now, as if I was, a natural creature in this forest here, or in this jungle. If you were to watch a tiger or some kind of predatory creature roam around here, you wouldn't say, wow, he's so civilized, he's so nice. You would think quite the opposite. He's a wild animal. That's exactly what I aim and strive to be. A wild man. Wild creature. Hello.
How's it going?
Good, how are you?
Good.
Good to hear. The Adi Yogi, which means the first yogi, he had 2 wives. Both of them wanted him, but he had no interest in them. In the normal sense that most men are interested in women. The Adi Yogi was so powerful in his throat, in his Vishuddhi energy, that a venomous snake walked up or crawled up his body and wrapped himself around his neck because the venomous creature feels most safe there. No man is capable of doing that, at least not alive anyway, or no one in history has been known to do that. Only Shiva, or the Adi Yogi, was capable of doing something like that. And his intensity was so strong that when you are in this energy space or energy level, you become dispassionate. That's the most important thing that you have to learn if you want to be equanimous in the world. If you want living circumstances or situations that are around you at play to not impact you, so you don't become impacted by them. You have to be willing to become equanimous. And for that, you have to learn what is dispassion, or you have to become dispassionate. And there's no more powerful or better way than to activate your throat center. Sadhguru says that a person that is capable of generating energy in their throat and can move their throat chakra, they can do phenomenal things. And he goes on to say that it's very rare, it's extremely rare for an individual to not only have the center wide open, but to be interested in going that way, in that direction, because this is a crazy way to go, or a crazy place to go. And it's phenomenally powerful, yet also very dangerous. And hearing back to what he said, I can move my throat energy or my energy around myself, my space. I can touch things, physical objects. I can do phenomenal things with my energy. But these things are not perceived by others. It's like nothing. Only I can perceive it, or someone that has an eye to see it. Of course, they will benefit from it because, energized space will impact everybody. But the reason why I'm saying this, or I'm going on to say, is that I want to have phenomenal capabilities that others can clearly and visibly see, such as levitating. I am going to levitate. Actually, I don't know that for sure, but I have dreams. Yet I have dreams of levitating, or me levitating. Whenever I'm presented in a situation, I know I have the ability in my dream to consciously control my levitation. And then suddenly I realize, oh my God, I'm levitating and I can fall and seriously injure myself. And usually I would just do exactly that, or I would fall down, or my dream would end. Actually, yesterday, I had a dream that I was levitating. And then I realized, oh my God, I'm levitating. I can fall and seriously injure myself. And then I realized, oh, every time that I levitate, I'm in a dream. And as soon as I thought that, I woke up. And I thought to myself, man, why can't I levitate in real life? And I can hear you say, oh, because it's not possible. No, you don't know what's possible or not possible. Like, this is not possible. How am I talking right now? Everything is possible, or nothing is possible. There can be something and then not that. This is the universe, and other men have done it. That's how I know it's possible, mainly. Well, mainly I know it's possible because from my own inner experience, I know that such things are possible. Oh man, I feel crazy talking about such things because they will not be well received by the populace, since for the majority of history on our planet, men such as I, or such as I talk like that right now, or how I'm talking right now, there's only one place for them, And that's to be behind a pole with firewood all around and an angry mob with black pointy hats chanting or screaming, kill him or burn him alive. And that memory is in all of us. But I'm not scared of that anymore. I don't think that's the history of our planet anymore, although that's still present very heavily, at least the memory of that. So I'm not scared to talk about it, and neither should you. And I will do it. I will demonstrate it. I will demonstrate myself in that way, in such a way. All right, I'm gonna put in an effort to finish this climb. This is like a 45 or, more than 45 degree incline here. I'm climbing. This is about eye level. I'm not scared of venomous entities anymore, at least as a result in this island here, on this particular forest or mountain. And the first day I walked up here, I was deathly afraid and scared because I didn't know, I wasn't familiar with this place. But now, having walked up somewhat, I realized that it's the winter time, it's the dry season, and there aren't really that many venomous creatures. I haven't seen one. Not even spiders or ants, really. It's quite dead here. I don't know why that is, even though we are in the tropics. I'm sure that will be different in, maybe that will be a similar case in Darwin. I'm not sure. But I can feel this place. I can feel the environment and the energy around here. And it's much safer. This forest feels safe, or safer than the ones that I was in Thailand and Burma for sure. That place was very scary and dangerous. I wasn't attuned to that environment or to those particular trees and the flora and fauna and plants and whatever else in life. That place felt alien to me, but here I feel at home. And yesterday as I was watching the videos back, I always watch my videos multiple times just to see how I am and when I need to improve to communicate in order to communicate better, more effectively. I was watching myself and I was realizing, wow, I have such a fortune, or I'm so fortunate to have this ability to walk up into a forest like this. It literally feels like a jungle. And I've always wanted to have this ability. And I'm walking up this mountaintop like a yogi would in India, ancient India, going up to do whatever kind of energy work he has to do. And I am doing that. And there we go. Now I'm in a different space energetically altogether. All right, I'm gonna drink some water. Ooh. This is the top now. I'm at the top, even though I still have maybe half a kilometer to go until I'm actually at the peak, but the energy here is much saner and safer. It's more refined, less dense, and I can breathe and think quicker and easier. And it's wonderful. Even though I need some rest or I'm tired, still I have energy to continue on. Exactly what I will do, because I said to myself that I'm going to run up this hill or walk up with great intensity. That's exactly what I shall do. I apologize if you can't hear me properly or you have to turn up the volume. I'm recording this on an iPhone 13 and I don't have an external microphone. If you know how I can get one or what's the best way of doing that, I have Apple headphones, the AirPods, but they don't record audio for some reason. That's another thing with Apple. I'm realizing that every time a new iPhone comes out, they significantly reduce the power and the energy of their old iPhones for you to throw this one away and buy the new one. That's so unethical. and that company should pay for it. See, that's a perfect prime example of a company or people, individuals, that are primarily focused on monetary gain, such as Apple. They do these unethical tricks. That's not good for the human population. If they were to be ethical, they would produce an even higher quality product. For sure, maybe they wouldn't be as popular. But the benefit and positive karma that they would reap onto the planet would be so much more significant than the bullcrap that they put out. What's the CEO of Apple? Dane Cook or someone? Peter Cook or Dane Cook or something Cook. If you're watching this, you need to watch this and get it better or do it better. Put your company on the right trajectory. Listen to me. Everything is connected. Everything is important. Everything you do. Even how you put your toothpaste back into wherever you keep it. That's also important. And everyone is connected. Everything is connected. So me saying something or me thinking something, like for example, I just gave this little talk to Dane Cook or whoever this CEO of this guy is. Somehow, subtly, on an energy level, the force that I'm communicating with, it will travel out into the universe and undoubtedly it will impact him in a subtle way. Now, of course, he has his own life and he has his own ideas and trajectory and choices, but he can't help but to be subtly influenced by me, what I just said. It's not possible. And similarly, if enough people think like this, let's say if 1 million or 1 billion people were to hear this thought that I just said, and they would agree with me, yeah, that's true. And the energy of the whole planet would shift, and I guarantee you in a month's time, the company of Apple would have to change or be significantly or severely impacted by the choices of the market. That's what the collective consciousness is doing currently all the time and has been doing for millennia or however long the human race has been alive on the planet. Yes, that's how it is. Okay. Oh man. Okay. I'm almost at the top. I'm thinking what I'm going to title this video. Something that will grab people's attention. And it's good that I'm making longer content videos because people need to watch me as I go along in my life. If I had to choose, I would put 24 hours of the day on camera for everyone's view to watch how I live, how I'm living. That would be very good for you. And for me also, financially, monetarily. Oh man, I'm loving this. Need to drink some water. I have so much energy, and so do you. And you're not wearing yourself out. You're not using it. I know you're not, because I'm not, and I know how I'm living. And this is part of the reason why I'm doing this, why I'm running and climbing and also recording this and talking, because I want to exhaust myself. I want to expand myself also. And I want to lie down on my pillow at the end of the day and completely die. I don't want to sleep. I want to die. I want to be dead. And also, I don't enjoy having dreams. I don't like having dreams. I know now that dreams are just mental occurrences. Your spinal cord is, working itself out, and the energy is tumbling inside of you, circulating in you, and you're having these conscious or subconscious visions and dreams based on your everyday reality, things that you haven't accomplished, everything that happened to you, whatever it is. It's mental disturbances. That's exactly what it is. So dreams, for the most part, 90% of dreams are useless, a waste of time. And you would be better to learn how to sleep in a way that you wouldn't get dreams. You would just be restfully asleep. Whew. Oh man, that's exhausting. It's always better to breathe through your nose whenever you're exerting yourself physically in any way. And it's also wise for you to know that it's much more important than to have a full exhalation and also an inhalation. But exhalation is much more important because your body won't let you not to breathe. That's pretty much automatic. I mean, inhale, because it feels good. It's natural for you to breathe in oxygen, but you can stifle yourself and you can prevent yourself from exhaling deeply and fully, because a full exhalation means you're dead. It means death. And I don't like that, and you don't like that, and no one else likes that. But if you don't do that, if you don't breathe out fully or exhale fully, well, then you're keeping carbon dioxide in your blood, and that creates a host of problems. So you need to exhale fully. 29 minutes. Just before I came here, I woke up, took a shower, I got some sunlight, and I gathered all my things. I walked out, took the bus, went to the city center, and there was a nice roti place in the city of Cairns. It's called the Roti Shack, and they have vegan rotis. I don't know what a roti is. It sounds funny when I say it, but it's potatoes, baked potatoes or cooked potatoes in this curry, and then green bean salad with cabbage, and it's just the most delicious thing I've ever tasted. And and chickpeas also in a curry, and lentil chili also in some curry, and it's one of the tastiest things I've ever eaten. And while I was eating it, I was thinking to myself, wow, this is what a vegan meal looks like, and it has never tasted so good. And I would much rather have that than the most delicious, extravagant chicken or meat or steak, eggs dinner any day of the week, no question about it. Why? Because eating meat is suboptimal. I don't want to say it's not natural, it's whatever. Some people eat rocks. Oh Jesus, this is I'm guessing so that's 45, 50, 60, maybe 75 degree incline, if my math is, if I'm not exaggerating, or if my math is correct, or I'm gonna have to put some work into this. All right, so it's suboptimal. It's like driving a slow car on the highway. Have you ever done that? A car that barely meets the standards of driving on the highway at safe speeds? That's what you're doing when you're eating meat. You're slowing yourself down in a significant way. If you're living life ordinarily, if you're an ordinary worldling, it doesn't matter. You can drive a slow car. No one is going to, it's whatever. It is what it is. But I'm not like that, and I'm sure you're not like that if you're watching me up until this point. And this girl convinced me to eat a vegan diet, for sure, guaranteed. I won't go back from this. You have my word. And eating a vegan diet is so much faster. It's like taking a Lamborghini or a Ferrari or one of these F1 cars on the F1 track. That's how fast it is in terms of your body's ability to digest and the way your energy moves inside of your body. There's no going back for me now. I know with 100% certainty this is the way to go. And of course, to have the teachings of Sadhguru behind me, I know that's what he says, and he emphasizes it. And that man so far has not been wrong on one single thing that I've heard him say. And I've watched, I don't know. That man I've watched thousands of hours of his content for sure, no question about it, but maybe more. All right, I'm here now. This is the peak, or so high I have made it. This is the peak for me. It is the peak of this mountain. Maybe not the tallest point, but energetically it's by far the strongest. And you can feel it now. I'm sure of it. Yes, there it is. All right. Coming back to sunlight. Okay. Sunlight. You are powered by sunlight. Whoa. You are powered by sunlight. Let's not forget. And this is going to be very powerful and potent, what I'm going to say, so you be wise to listen and intently listen with your ears wide open. Ooh. There's something called, oh God. All right, this should be a separate video on its own. There's something called as the solar plexus chakra. It's located on the 1 inch below your belly button, right here. And it is like the solar planet or the solar star, the sun that we have. It is like the sun. And it's the maintenance center. It's where all of the energy pathways meet up until this point. It's where maintenance happens. It's critical for you to keep this energy alive and active, and you need to treat it appropriately. As I'm walking in the society here and I'm observing other people, I can clearly see that the reason why they drink coffee every morning, it's like a cool thing. Everyone's drinking coffee. It's like hip to do. It's completely wrong. You should not drink coffee. You should stop drinking coffee. What you should do instead, you should get adequate sunlight. Sunlight is what helps the body to awaken and stay alive. If you're not absorbing sunlight on a daily basis, the solar plexus, this energy right here, is dim. It's like, you know, when it's very heavy clouds above. When the sun is above the clouds and it's very heavy overcast, you can sense how that feels like. It doesn't feel that good. Your whole energy system and emotions go down because the sun is not visible. It's not available to your body. That's exactly what's happening to you on an energetic level when you're not getting adequate sunlight into your system. If you're in the northern climates, you need to get at least 1 hour a day on both sides, 30 minutes on one side, 30 minutes on the other. That's like, you know, the adequate number. If you're on the equator, it's much less, maybe 20 minutes total. And I would say that's adequate sunlight. If you're moving, if you're eating the right healthy foods, if you're not, you know, damaging your body by eating meat or smoking cigarettes or things like that, you can absorb more sunlight into your body because your cells aren't constipated by the destructive energy that you're eating on a daily basis. So if you're not getting enough sunlight, if you're not getting adequate sunlight, this energy remains dormant, just like it's when it's an overcast sky. And you will rely on external stimulants to raise your energy up. You'll wake up and you'll think, oh, I need my coffee. No, you don't need coffee. Or you'll think, oh, I need to eat food. No, you don't need to eat food in the morning. Or you'll do something else crazy. You smoke cigarettes or whatever else. Stop it, okay? Heal yourself. That's not the appropriate thing to do. So yes, as a human being, you have to understand and you have to know that you are solar powered. You are relying on solar energy to stay alive. Everything that you're eating is essentially solar. It's solar energy. It's just stored in a solidified way. Without the sun, things would not grow. So it is solar power. So you might as well cut out the things that are like the middlemen, you know, in business, and go to the source. And the source of energy in the human body, as it relates to this planet, is so far sunlight. Okay? You need sunlight on a daily basis, every day. The more you can get inside of yourself, the better. Now, I'm sure some people are going to scream, oh, what about sun cancer? No, there's no such thing. Let me drink some water and I'll tell you. I'll explain that. Recently, a friend of mine contacted me, a good friend of mine. Paul, if you're watching this, shout out to you. He's a successful real estate agent in the United States. And he says that he's going on a fast, a fruit-only fast, or a juice fast, nothing but juice. And he also mentioned that earlier in the year or sometime in the past, he's gone on a 110-day juice fast. And he mentioned to me that when he's on a juice fast and he goes outside in the morning or whenever he goes out and he goes and sunbathes, the sunlight, when it hits his body, he says that there's no other feeling like it. It's like the most fascinating, the most magical experience that he's ever had. But when he went off the fast and he's eaten like donuts and ice cream and pizza and all that stuff, and he went out into the sun just like he did again, and his experience of enjoying sunlight was significantly worse. So why? Why is this the case? Because if you keep your cells clean, if you eat a vegan diet, if you only intake air into your lungs, none of this poison vapes, it's like, wow, it's so infuriating to me when I see people smoking vapes. I just want to well, I'm telling you, don't smoke vapes. Okay, it's like some electronic thing that you're inhaling into your lungs. You might as well be better off smoking something like cigarettes. It's more kind of earthy and grounding. So only intake air into your lungs. Drink water. Don't drink alcohol. You know, drink some fruit juice, but not from concentrate or just natural fruit juice if you must. Water is best. And that's it. And go out and enjoy nature. That's all you have to do. And your cells will naturally and gradually become clean. And your ability to absorb sunlight, your cell's ability to absorb sunlight and use it for fuel, just like photosynthesis, I'm sure that's what it is. I don't think the body's any different. Then you can sustain sunlight into yourself for much longer periods of time. Your body won't be destroying itself because you have impure cells inside of yourself. And that's exactly what skin cancer is. You know, someone down there smoking cigarettes, drinking alcohol every time he comes back from work, working in construction, inhaling poison and you know, drowning his mind in the television screen. If that guy goes out in the sun for 20-30 minutes a day, yeah, for sure he's gonna have to see the doctor. But if I go out, the same person, living a completely different lifestyle, I go out for 1 hour a day, and I do. I enjoy sunlight on a daily basis consistently. I won't have the same problem. That will never be the case for me. Why? Because I can consume it. That's all I have to say for now.